All right, to the global economy now. See a major development in the global semiconductor industry. United States, that's the U.S. government, have granted annual export licenses to South Korean tech giants Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix, allowing them to ship U.S.-made chip-making equipment to their factories in China for 2026, and that's according to sources familiar with the matter. The move comes after Washington revoked broader licenses right there, waivers earlier this year, tightening controls on technology exports to China, and amid rising geopolitical tensions. Other new system approvals for semiconductor tool exports will now be reviewed annually, a shift from previous indefinite exemptions. And RBC Capital Markets downgraded the shares of Digital Bridge Group following yesterday's announcement that SoftBank Group is set to acquire the digital infrastructure investor in an all-cash deal valued at $16 per share, roughly about $4 billion in total. RBC moved Digital Bridge rating from outperform to sector perform, citing its expectation that the acquisition will receive approval and close as planned. The bank also trimmed its price target to match the offer price, underscoring how strategic buyout has reshaped the firm's outlook. Under the terms of the deal, unanimously recommended by a special board committee, Digital Bridge is expected to keep operating as a separately managed platform under CEO Mark Ganzi once the transaction completes, likely in the second half of 2026. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and U.S. President Donald Trump met in Florida and signaled a push towards more peaceful relations between Israel and neighboring Syria. Netanyahu emphasized Israel's desire for a peaceful border with Syria, underlining a shift towards de-escalation after years of tension. President Trump echoed the sentiment, saying he believes the two nations can get along, and expressing confidence that future cooperation is possible. And in U.S. political and economic news, President Donald Trump once again threatened to sue the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, accusing him of gross incompetence over the handling of renovations at the Federal Reserve's Washington headquarters. The president renewed his criticism during remarks in Florida, taking aim at what he describes as mismanagement and escalating costs tied to the central bank's renovation project. And in global markets, we see Bitcoin that slid back towards the 87,000 mark, losing ground after another failed push above the $90,000 level as year-end trading volumes remain thin and institutional demand weakened. The world's largest cryptocurrency was trading about 2.5% lower early Tuesday, highlighting resistance near key price levels. Amid subdued participation, market watchers say sustained outflows from U.S.-listed spot Bitcoin ETFs are a significant drag on prices as investors rebalance positions and pull capital from crypto-related funds.